Hello everyone, Matthew and Way here. In this video I'll be reviewing and analyzing a book I read called Hollywood Spy, a Maggie Hope mystery, book 10 in this series by Susan Elia MacNeal, and I found it to be exceptionally good. I will go over several topics that I read in this book. I want to say thank you for helping me reach 400 subscribers on this channel and still need more help to get to 1,000 subscribers. Now on with the review. The book takes place in July 1943 and it focuses on Americans working for Nazis. Those may ask, how could it be possible? This is not long after the attack on Pearl Harbor that took place December 7, 1941. Did it unite the country? Yes and no. It did, but there are those who loved Hitler and thought it was wonderful that he was exterminating Jews. Hitler also hated black people because a black person named Jesse Owens won limits back in 1938 in Berlin, Germany, and Hitler hated that. Hitler had a plan of having American Nazis. Yes, they were American citizens, but they believed everything that this man was telling them. Here is a quote that he said before the reader would start the book. And it says, "We will undermine the morale of America. Once there is confusion, and after we have seceded and undermined the faith of the American people in their own government, a new group will take over. This will be the German-American group, and we will help them sue power." Adolf Hitler, 1933. Yes, and in this book, Hitler had been planning this overthrow of the American government for 10 years. The author also quotes Albert Camus, the plague, that is the idea that the plague bacillus never dies, disappears for good. What this means is that evil is never extinguished. You can eliminate the world one bad person, but another one takes that person's place. Here's the quote from the book. "You knew what those jubilant crowds did not know, but could have learned from books, that the plague bacillus never dies or disappears for good, that it can lie dormant for years and years in furniture and linen chests, that it bides its time in bedrooms, cellars, trunks, and bookshelves, and that perhaps the day would come when, for the band and lightning of man, it would rouse up its rats again and send them forth to die in a happy city." Albert Camus, The Plague. The story starts off with the murder of Glory Hutton, who was killed because she was working undercover to find these American Nazis and turn them into the authorities. She was dead in a pool at the Garden of Allah Hotel. It was the hotel that the LGBTQ community went. If you belong to that community, you would have to stay underground. It's not like today you could shout it out from the rooftops, but there are those that say it is unnatural. There were police officers that said her death was an accident, and there's no way that she could have died any other way since she was found dead in a swimming pool. Royal Air Force pilot John Sterling brought Maggie Hope from Landon to solve the mystery of Glory Hutton's death. At first, they thought that her husband killed her, Titus Hutton. It would not surprise the reader as he hated Jews, black people, or anyone that was different. Titus was abusive to her, and it would make sense to the reader that he wanted to kill her since she was divorcing him. There was corruption in the LAPD, and there is one in the LAPD that is working for the Ku Klux Klan. John was dating Glory to help her cover up her relationship to be a lesbian. She was dating a singer that was a lesbian. Especially back in 1943, you would not want to say that you were a lesbian. It would be a bad idea. This was not why she was being killed. She was killed because she was working undercover for the FBI. As the book points out, they got people of German descent to infiltrate the American Nazis. You would not want Jewish people to infiltrate the American Nazis, as the Nazis hated the Jews. The American Nazis were none other than the Ku Klux Klan. The Ku Klux Klan hated black people as well as Jews. The man that runs the Ku Klux Klan in this story is Will Whitaker, but he goes by Will Whitaker. He tells people what they want to hear, and he ramps up the hate and fear. Will tells them that this is not America. If we let black people, Jews, or even women have rights, he tells people that if you let this happen, you will not have a country anymore. It is creating a false perception and letting people believe it is okay to hate your neighbor. They claim to be Christian, but this is not Christian. Christians are supposed to love their neighbors. As it says in the Bible, and these words come from Jesus Christ, love your neighbor as much as you love yourself. You believe in love. Love should mean that you love people as they are. As it says in 1 Corinthians chapter 13, love does not exist on its own way. It is not boastful or arrogant. It is opposite of hate. Hate destroys lives. A good reference would be Star Wars The Phantom Menace. Fear leads to anger. Anger leads to hate. Hate leads to suffering. There's nothing good about hate. The plan of the Ku Klux Klan, these American Nazis, is attack the premiere of Victory Through Air Power, which is done by Walt Disney Pictures in 1943. And yes, that film came out in 1943. You can find the reference on IMDb as well as YouTube. Yes, Walt Disney in this book, and John Sterling works for him, as Walt was doing this film to help encourage Americans to keep up with the faith that they can beat Hitler. Will Whitaker tells them that this is an attack on good Nazis who must remain patriotic. There is an undercover agent in the Ku Klux Klan, these American Nazis, in this book. As not to spoil the ending of the book, it does get the reader the climax of the book. Why is this book relevant today? There would be questions that this book took place in July 1943, and why would it be? The answer is that look at what is happening today. You have political leaders who are spewing out hate and want this country to go back to the days of Dixie. They promise people that America will go back to be great again. But is it? I am sure there are those out there asking, am I getting political? No, I'm not, and I'll tell you why. There are those behaving like Hitler and Will Whitaker. There's more at stake than people running for office. There's our democracy at stake. Today you have a political party that is interested in attaining power at all costs and does not care if they destroy the democracy or not. Today, there are groups such as the Proud Boys and the Oath Keepers. They're like the Ku Klux Klan because they believe they are going to get America back to the good old days where women would know their place, and this is going to be a white male country. This does not make sense in that the economy will collapse as there would not be enough white men to do the jobs. The country needs everyone that can to do the jobs that are necessary. There's a movie that is a great reference, The Black Klansman, where a police officer infiltrated the Ku Klux Klan and had them believe that he was white when he was not. He had his partner played by Adam Driver infiltrate the Klan. Adam did an excellent job of having these people believe he was on their side when he was not. It is remarkably like the guy who's infiltrating the Ku Klux Klan in this story. Another reference would be The Rocketeer, where in that movie there's a Nazi spy who's working for the Nazis. The spy was after the rocket, but it was the idea to try to crumble the American spirit. The rocket was the idea that Germans will fly on these rocket packs and hope to topple the American government. The chemical fertilizer the Ku Klux Klan decides to use in this story is remarkably like the fertilizer that Timmy McVeigh used in the Oklahoma City bombings, and this was used to inspire Will Whitaker's storyline. This was going to be used to blow up the theater, as not to spoil the ending, but it does get the reader to the climax of this story. I will leave links to videos in the description below that are good references, such as the Black Klansman tour that came out in 2018 inside the new Ku Klux Klan, and women fill men's factory jobs during World War II that you can watch on YouTube. Please consider watching them, as it will help prove the point that I'm making in this video. I give the story a 10 out of 10 rating. I thought it was well done and is truly relevant to the times we are living in. It had a clever bang where they used a book as a cipher, and I will not say what book it is as not to spoil the ending. If you travel, I like that it comes with an audio version of the book as well. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to my channel. Please hit the notification bell to be notified of any videos that come to the channel in the future. Please let me know what books, movies, and TV shows you'd like to review next in the comment section below. Please share this with your friends so my channel can grow. Thank you and have a wonderful day.